Good evening. Welcome to the first ever evening Winter Solstice service at the First Unitarian Universalist Society of Middleboro. This evening's service is offered in lieu of our usual Sunday morning service. My name is Natalie Johnson. I serve as the coordinator of our CUPS chapter, and it is my pleasure to be your worship associate for this evening. If you have come into the sanctuary with a weight of worry or grief or discontent, know that whoever you are, whatever brought you here, you are part of this community where we hold each other in compassion and kindness. If this is your first visit to UU Middleboro, we hope that you'll find a spiritual home here. To help us get to know you and to learn more about what we have to offer, please fill out a yellow visitor card as you come in and place it in the offering plate or give it to one of our greeters as you leave today. Our greeters this evening are Ed Priest and Diane Reed and Bill Howe. They're easily identified by the salmon-colored stoles they're wearing. And they'll be happy to offer large print hymnals, assistive listening devices, and activity packets for children. Our Main Street entrance provides wheeled access with push plate entry, elevator access, and front row seating in the sanctuary. If there's anything we can do to make your visit more comfortable, please let us know. A special welcome to those who are watching us from home on our YouTube channel, the link to which may be found on our website at uumiddleboro.org, along with the order of service and much more about our church. Many thanks to our live stream and tech volunteers, JR and Alan Melchior, for making this possible. Restrooms and childcare are located in the parish hall on the first floor. Everyone is invited to stay for conversation and refreshments after the service. Our coffee hour hosts this evening are Tony Soares and Stephen Larrett. And for those of you who are familiar with our church, you know that the spread these two gentlemen put on is not to be missed. And if this is your first time here, go downstairs. You will not be sorry. Seriously. This evening's service was developed by myself and Reverend Bo Rivers and is presented to you by a host of heavenly angels listed in your order of service. We invite you now to silence your electronic devices as we prepare to enter into sacred space.
I can hardly see you. There you are. Ah, perfect. Good evening and welcome. We gather this evening to celebrate the winter solstice and to welcome the return of the sun. Many religious traditions celebrate the gift of light this time of year. Hindus celebrate the festival of Diwali. Christians rejoice in the birth of Jesus, whom they call the light of the world. And Jews recount the miracle of light as the oil continued to burn in the temple lamps. Earth-centered traditions hold vigil during the longest night to greet the first rays of sun on solstice morn. The knowledge that light gives us life and sustenance quickens in us an ancient longing and excitement for the return of the sun. On this longest night, the sun appears to stand still and beckons us to do the same before she rises higher and stronger to awaken the land and bring forth new life. So we interrupt the busyness of our lives to rest in the warm glow of hearth and heart, to spend time with those we love most, and to rekindle our connections with each other. So on this solstice night, let us welcome and give thanks to the night as we prepare to celebrate the return of the sun with gratitude and great joy.
On this final night when darkness reigns over the earth, the night offers a final gift to us. In honor of the season of cold and stillness, and in reverence for the soon-to-be reborn sun, the night will now present to us a magnificent chalice made of ice, all the way from the frozen northern isles. Please join me in welcoming the night. Next, we will call the directions and invite them to be with us this night. And so we always begin in the east, the place of the rising sun, the dawn, where energy starts and light comes over the earth. And our directions up here when it's their turn, they'll hold up a representation of that direction, and I will read. The response at the end of each calling of the direction is hail and welcome, so I invite you to join us in that. And so starting in the east, guardians of the east, element of air, you who come to us at the first light of dawn, bringing us illumination, inspiration, clarity, and the breath of life itself. Come close, be with us now. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Guardians of the South, element of fire, you who kindle the flame of action within us, fire in the belly, strength to stand up for justice and equanimity. You who help us to conquer our fears and to speak truth to power. Come close, be with us now. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Guardians of the West, element of water, you who encourage us to dive deeply into our emotions, mining the depths to bring up truth and wisdom, teaching us to go with the flow and the power of sweet surrender. Come close, be with us now. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. Guardians of the North, element of earth, home of forest, great bear, mountains, and glaciers. Teach us how to send our roots deep into your body, allowing us to stand firm and able to withstand the winds of change and the shifting landscapes of our present time. Come close, be with us now. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. And finally, for this evening, We will light one candle and place it in the ice chalice to honor Spirit. Spirit who illuminates and breathes life into all of creation, may the lighting of your candle in our chalice be the symbol of the flame that burns in every heart, that grows stronger with every act of kindness and compassion, the light that can never be extinguished, but can only grow in love. Come close, be with us now. Hail and welcome. Hail and welcome. We have arrived at the time of the longest night, the final embrace of the dark. Soon darkness will surrender to the first rays of dawn, and as they move across the land bringing warmth and light, the darkness will fade away, soon to occupy a lesser role in the turning of the great wheel. We have moved through the cold, scurrying home each night to sit by the fire and perhaps light candles to chase away the deepening shadows. We have anticipated this event with joy and promise, but for now, let us linger a little while longer in darkness, allowing it to hold us, swaddle us in its velvet embrace. We can feel safe here. We can be who we truly are, unseen and unjudged by the harshness of the light. We can move about freely, shape-shifting into the fullness of who we were always meant to be. On this night of solstice, when the sun stands still, may we also pause, take a breath, and remember the power of the dark. May we not fear it, but instead embrace the gifts it has to offer us. May we be nurtured, nourished, and empowered by the holy dark.
You, darkness, from whom I am born, I love you more than the flame. that limits the world to the circle it illumines and excludes all the rest. But the dark embraces everything, shapes and shadows, creatures and me, people and nations, just as we are. It lets me imagine a great presence stirring beside me. I believe in the night.
Night has its own kind of beauty, different from the beauty of day. Night is a time of sleep and dreams and inward visions, a pause from outward activity. Darkness is an invitation to imagining and to storytelling, to the attunement of our ears as we bask in the stillness of the world. Darkness is a place of germination, the womb of life, a portal to eternity. It encompasses the mystery of all time past and time yet to come. At the center of our being, there is light and darkness, the known and the unknown, the named and the nameless, the infinite and the finite. Light and dark are different, but not opposed to each other. They are friends who dance with us through the cycles of life. Please join now in the spirit of meditation. Allow yourself to simply rest, to find a comfortable seated position. If you notice any tension, I invite you to stretch and ease that you can be more at peace. You may soften your gaze or close your eyes, whichever allows you to feel most comfortable. Bring your attention to your breath, the way it moves rhythmically in and out of your body. Allow your inhalation to be steady and deep, lengthening just a bit. Gently pause at the top of your breath, softly holding for just a moment before you release in exhalation. Continue that soft, deep, languid breath as we move into the realm of imagination. Imagine the winter night sky, vast expanses of deep, dark, dotted with the light from a certitude of celestial stars. We, the inheritors of this light, need the darkness. Imagine the light that resides within you, that spark of brilliance, that life force that carries the memory of all those who have shown the way before you. This light sustains and guides you. Allow it to warm your heart and give you strength as you welcome the night. The night sky wraps you in her velvet cloak. Allow yourself to sink into the vast and tranquil breath in the space between her stars. Feel your heart unfold in her expansiveness. Relax. Let yourself go into that calm and quiet place that holds the mysteries of all eternity. That place that has no beginning and no end. Gaia's living waters sustain all life. Imagine the immensity of Earth's oceans, the ceaseless caress, wave upon wave, washing along the shore, reverberating down deep toward the sea's floor. Thin shafts of water-filtered light give way to opaque stillness. Life whispers in these briny depths, where water echoes with the whale's call. Listen into the silence and the songs she sings. Earth. O earth, she welcomes you. Her thin fascia of fertile soil envelops a crystalline core. Sink down into her damp bed of soft loam. Feel the life-giving humus beneath your feet and the rich, nurturing abundance of that deep, still, dark. Quickening fissures of life stream through her granite, basalt, and rock mantle. Immovable earth, giving way to germinating life. Sink down and allow the darkness to quiet your soul. We welcome the darkness. Even fire casts her shadow upon the wall. Imagine that flickering light of candles dancing in the tension of the turning of the wheel. Light guides us through the darkness. Darkness hallows light. We have not one without the other. Even forest fires leave rich black charcoal to nurture new life. Every tree that once reached toward the sun, providing the warmth of fire, began as a seed in the dark earth. Allow yourself to awaken as we honor the balance of day and night. Bring your attention back now to your presence here in the sanctuary. The pressure of your body against the pew and the weight of your feet against the floor. Gently open your eyes and scan the room. Notice the light and shadow that surround us. And as we honor the darkness and turn toward the light, I invite you now to stand, to stretch, and to join me in a moving meditation, The Tree of Life by Matthew Fox. So imagine, like a tree, you have roots that grow deep down into the earth. And from these roots, like a tree that pulls up nutrients and water, you can pull up the earth's energy, pulling it up deep through your soles of your feet and your legs into the core of your being, as if you were a tree pulling energy into your trunk. Pull that energy up, bring it up, and allow it to fill your heart. You bring your hands into a position of prayer and supplication, and allow yourself to gently bend, honoring your deep connection to the earth and our connection to one another. And from this place, we reach up, lifting our arms up as if they were the limbs of a tree and our fingers were leaves. And with our open arms, we welcome the night sky, pulling down all the sunlight that reflects off the moon and the light of 100,000 celestial stars. And we bring that light down deep into the center of our being, holding it within the depths of our heart. And with every heartbeat, that light grows, transformed by our presence in the world, until the light is so full in us and we are so alive with the energy of the universe, the blessings of the earth, that we open our arms and allow it to spill out into the world as our gift and blessing to one another and to the earth. You are all beautiful trees. Gaia, Mother Gaia, and the Green Man would be very pleased. Thank you. You may be seated.
Please join Natalie and me for our responsive reading with the words, "We honor the darkness and move toward the light." On this, the longest night of the year, we rest a while in the darkness. Let us sit in the mystery and wisdom of the night.
We honor the darkness and move toward the light.
Ancient peoples whose calendar lay in the movements of the sun marked well the winter solstice. The waning light coaxed them into a time of rest and reflection and taught them the wisdom of lying fallow, of sitting still.
We honor the darkness and move toward the light.
For just as we cannot really be filled or fulfilled unless we first allow ourselves to be empty, so must we honor the darkness before we can move with integrity toward the light.
We honor the darkness, but move toward the light.
The eyes of the dark see differently. Sometimes they find sorrow, other times they find honest space, sacred time, and restful peace. Tonight, in the darkness, may we find our inner light and the fuel we need to stoke our inner fires.
We honor the darkness and move toward the light. And so now we come to this point in time, perhaps with a new appreciation of the dark, and are reminded that all things must exist in balance in order to fully honor the gifts of each. Consider the moon and stars, which are always above our heads, glowing, but become visible only after night has fallen and our eyes can perceive their light. The flame that burns within each human heart also grows brighter with every walk through darkness we undertake. Our capacity to love is made stronger by the challenges we face, and it is precisely when darkness seems imminent that our light shines ever more brilliantly. There are many stories that tell of how, in the time of greatest cold and darkness, the sun was returned to the land, bringing warmth and the eventual renewal of the earth in springtime. Tonight, we will share a story from the coldest regions of our planet, near the Arctic Circle, the land of the Sami people and the great herds of reindeer. It is the legend of the Deer Mother.
I want to thank Maria Pacillo-Dunphy for stepping in at the last minute to help us with our sun goddess piece to this. She's not listed in the order of service. So this is the legend of Dear Mother. Our story takes place on the longest, darkest night of winter. All the creatures of the forest, who were usually warm and snug in their bed and burrows, found even their homes buried deep in the earth had frozen this year. So all the animals came out of their burrows and gathered in a big clearing where they huddled together for warmth. In the center was Great Bear. Fox, one of the creatures on the outer edges of the gathering, burrowed towards the center and said to Great Bear,
"Something must be done. Smaller creatures are so cold and weak, they won't make it through the night."
Yes, someone must journey to the southern isles and bring back the sun.
When Fox agreed, Great Bear spoke to the other animals.
Who among us will go to the southern isles to bring back the sun? It must be someone who can travel fast and far and has a courageous heart.
Bird can fly and travel far and fast. Raven, will you go?
Birds are too weak. There is no way we can carry the sun. It will burn our beaks and feathers.
Great Bear asked the other animals again and again. Each time, there was only silence. Then, at the edge of the gathering, was a rustling noise, where a big creature stood up with beautiful white and brown fur, a big, wet, black nose, and velvety antlers reaching towards the sky. Reindeer looked at Bear and said,
I will go.
Everyone agreed. Reindeer has courageous heart, can travel long distances, and is very fast.
But how will you bring back the sun?
Reindeer lowered its head and said,
You see my antlers? They are perfect for holding the sun. I will bring the sun back in my antlers to warm the northern isles.
They all agreed, and Bear said,
Brother Reindeer, you have my blessing.
Bear, don't you know anything about the great herds of reindeer? In winter, male reindeer shed their antlers. They could not do this. It is I who must go. I am Dear Mother.
With that, Dear Mother turned and sauntered away from the other animals. She walked and walked through the dark, cold night with only one goal in mind, to reach the southern isles and return to the sun. Several hours later, she heard something off in the distance. As she walked closer to the sound, a big, burly man dressed in a long green cloak emerged from the forest. As he came closer, Dear Mother noticed his cloak was made from the plants that grow in the forest. He had long, gray, matted hair, a long, gray, matted beard, and was carrying a sack. The man looked like he'd been living in the forest for years, perhaps even decades. When the man saw Dear Mother, he bowed before her, for she is the most revered among all the animals of the forest.
Dear Mother, what brings you here in the forest?
Dear Mother told him about her journey to the Southern Isles.
But that could take many years. You must go quicker. Let me help you. I know the magic of the forest.
Dear Mother agreed, and the man reached into his sack and pulled out a huge mushroom
Ta-da.
with a big red head and white spots, and said,
Eat this. Wait. I lost my place. Oh, eat this mushroom and you will have the magic of the forest.
Dear Mother thanked the man, ate the mushroom, and continued on her journey. Only now she ran through the woods, faster and faster, until her hooves lifted off the ground and she flew over the treetops and valleys below. Southward she flew, and she finally saw the sun on the horizon. Dear Mother approached the sun.
Sun goddess, please return to the Northern Isles. This winter and this night have been so long and cold. If you don't come back soon, we shall all perish.
The Sun Goddess says, "But I'm so tired, and I've spent the last 6 months warming the Southern Isles, and I don't even have the energy to move quickly." Dear Mother bowed her head and said to the Sun Goddess,
Climb into my antlers, and I will carry you north.
With the Sun Goddess nestled in her antlers, Dear Mother returned to the north as quickly as she had flown south. As they approached the far reaches of the forest, the sun's light broke through the darkness. And all my animals will come back. And enter stage left. And a beautiful sunrise appeared, thanks to Dear Mother's courageous heart. The Northern Isles were warm once more, and all was well among the animals of the forest.
And now, as the dawn approaches and the eastern sky begins to transition from dark to the first rays of light, the night slips silently away to reveal
With the return of the light, we beckon the return of the green man to share his gift of the pine star. The green man is an ancient figure who represents the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and heralds the emergence of springtime and renewal after winter. He is the spirit of the forest, the holy wild of nature, who understands the healing and magical powers of the plants. He is the bridge between humanity and the natural world. When he joins with the sun goddess, they bring forth the flowering of all life. Green Man moves among us this evening to offer the gift of the pine star, to remind us of the eternal light that shines within each of us. The five-pointed star is a powerful symbol among the ancients. It represents the elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, as well as the five directions. Consider also how it represents the five senses and the five digits of each hand. The pine sprig is also an important symbol. The pine tree holds a sacred space among the indigenous peoples of this land. According to tribal creation stories, the Wampanoag people are descended from the roots of the white pine. An evergreen, the pine also represents renewal and resilience during the harshness of winter. Accept the gift of the pine star and know hope. Accept the gift of the pine star and be at peace. Accept the pine star and its promise of a new day. Accept the pine star with renewed faith in the unknown. Accept the pine star and experience the wonder of life. The green man departs now to continue his journey with the promise of spring. We thank him for his gift and look forward to his return at Beltane. As you hold your pine star and contemplate the gift it represents, we invite you to consider where you wish to send your light in the new year for our special candle lighting ceremony after the offering. Each week, we have an opportunity to give thanks for the many blessings we have received in our lives and in the life of our church community. Our evening offering is a chance to give back in support of the work and outreach of our church. This month's cash in the plate will go to the minister's discretionary fund that provides emergency financial assistance to members of our community and residents of Middleboro. Please give generously. The return of the sun, and have been reminded by the green man of the light that shines within each of us, it is time for us to name our intention as we add our light to the ice chalice. And Natalie will demonstrate how we'll do that. Use the mic.
About now.
There you go.
All right. Third time's a charm, right?
Voice of the goddess.
So we invite you to form a line up the center aisle. Come up this way. You're going to come around and light it in the flame of this candle, and just gently place it in the water. And step up to the microphone that is now working. And state your intention, how you wish to bring your light to the world for the coming year, in a world that is growing darker. All of our lights are needed very much. So I invite you to come up now. Come right around. Yep.
Those are special floating candles, not just ordinary candles, because we don't have just ordinary people here. We have to have special candles.
They're magic.
They're magical candles. It's
God is
true.
blessed.
God is blessed. And once your candle's floating, oh, be-doop. There you go. You'll need to place it gently in the water, apparently. The splash puts the light out.
There.
And then come to the microphone, and if you wish, you can say where you wish to send your light.
To our family.
Okay, you don't have to say anything. You can do it silently.
My aunt.
To your aunt. Okay.
Too much of my yard that is beyond my control that I hope to get back to flowing and growing the way it should.
Mm.
My candles lit for peace for the world.
Mm.
To my cousin who lost his 17-year-old daughter last month in a car accident.
Mm.
I plan to join with others to try to help preserve our planet.
Did it go out?
To recommit myself to my work with children in the Commonwealth.
You know what I love? If someone's candle goes out, the next person lights it first before they light their own. That's what community is all about. Need a torch?
I'm new, but just peace to everybody on earth, I guess. Okay.
All right, we're going to try a long match that you will pass to each other. You place your candle in the bowl first, and then you light it. Let's see. This is our ice chalice's debut, so we are learning as we go. Go ahead and put yours in, and then I'll pass you this match. Oh, you're going to do it that way? Okay.
Would it be fitting if darkness lights them?
It might be fitting if darkness lights them. What would you? It's down below.
It's not relighting. There we go.
Oh, I hear some sizzling going on. How about if
Stand
you...
over here
yeah.
while you write.
Yeah.
Do what I can to increase unity.
Mm.
To those in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
To those that may need reminding how bright their light actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Good health, love, and safety to all beings everywhere.
Mm.
To have the courage to do the one thing that I can do.
Mm-hmm.
To have patience.
To witness and to support.
Mm-hmm.
Sending light to my son and his partner who are really struggling right now.
To not forget the light within each and every one of us.
To bring and spread the light to our community.
Mom, music.
Mm-hmm.
To peace on earth.
I'm going to try to get rid of my absolute anger and try to do something loving and productive instead.
I want to spread my light by being present to my family and to everyone that I meet.
Thank you, Knight.
Importance of the dark, here it is. And so it is time to release the directions. So if we could have the directions come back up. And Knight, sorry. And so we release them in the reverse order of how they came in. So guardians of the north, we thank you for your presence here tonight as we welcome back the sun. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the west, we thank you for your presence here tonight as we welcome back the sun. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the south, we thank you for your presence here tonight as we welcome back the sun. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Guardians of the east, we thank you for your presence here tonight as we welcome back the sun. Stay if you will, go if you must. Hail and farewell. Spirit that moves through all life, thank you for witnessing our ritual tonight. We extinguish your light in our chalice, but honor your constant indwelling presence in our lives. With our love and gratitude, hail and farewell. One. Yeah, that with the big one. Sorry, the big one. Okay, well, we almost made it to the end. Oh, gee. Okay. Huh?
Oh, wow. Look at that. Looks like a fun.
Yeah.
Where's the little Dutch boy when you need him?
Is there any Dutch chamber chewing gum in the
Wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up.
I didn't think so. Oh, that sounded about right. Was that it? Okay. May we find peace in the promise of this solstice night, that each day forward is blessed with more light, that the cycle of nature, unbroken and true, restores our faith in the mystery of the unknown. And as we rejoice in the darkness, in the silence find rest, may our days that follow be abundantly blessed. May it be so. Happy solstice, everyone. Go lift it up. My love to you all. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Lord.